Trump's emotional breakdown, the Supreme Court's political meddling, and Speaker Johnson's solution to Ukraine? Maybe. Today's stories cut deep into the heart of American politics. What's really happening behind these sensational headlines? Join us as we peel back the layers and let's get into it. In the spotlight of the courtroom and the glare of public scrutiny, former President Donald Trump is facing what could be one of his most challenging legal battles. Amidst the unfolding drama of his hush money trial, Trump has unleashed a torrent of criticism against the judge and the legal system via Truth Social, accusing the judge of bias and suppression. His posts reflect frustration and anger, stating, "This conflicted, Trump-hating judge won't let me respond to people that are on TV lying and spewing hate all day long. He is running roughshod over my lawyers and legal team. The New York system of justice is being decimated by critics from all over the world. I want to speak, or at least be able to respond. Election interference, rigged unconstitutional trial, take off the gag order." So this trial isn't just a legal proceeding, it's a battleground for public opinion and a litmus test for the judiciary's ability to handle politically charged cases. Trump's outbursts are not merely expressions of personal grievance, but are shaping the narrative around the trial, painting it as a political witch hunt in the eyes of his supporters. As jury selection progresses, and as of this recording, 6 of the 18 jurors have been selected, the challenge remains to ensure a fair trial amidst a deeply divided public sentiment. Can the court maintain its impartiality and integrity in the face of such high stakes and high tensions? This case continues to unfold, and the implications will likely resonate far beyond the courtroom. Shifting from the courtroom drama surrounding a former president, let's turn to another kind of legal showdown at the Supreme Court. In the courtroom filled with the echoes of a nation's turmoil, the Supreme Court is set to hear arguments that could redefine the scope of prosecution for over 300 individuals linked to the January 6th Capitol riot. This includes former President Donald Trump, whose legal fate may hinge significantly on the outcome of these deliberations. At the heart of this legal battle is Fisher versus the United States, a case that challenges the application of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, originally enacted in 2002 in response to the Enron scandal, now to the events of January 6th. The law, which criminalizes the obstruction of official proceedings and the destruction of evidence, has been a key tool for the Justice Department in securing convictions against those who stormed the Capitol. Joseph Fisher, a former Pennsylvania police officer present at the rally, asserts that his actions and those of others do not constitute obstruction as defined by the Act, arguing that the law was intended to target financial and evidentiary crimes but not the types of protest-related actions seen on January 6th. His position gained initial support when a Trump-appointed judge agreed with him, although this was later overturned by an appeals court. The implications of the Supreme Court's decision are vast. If the court decides with Fisher, it could lead to overturned convictions or reduced sentences for some, though it would likely not affect the majority of cases involving more direct acts of violence. But more critically, it could impact the charges against Trump himself, undermining the prosecution's efforts to hold him accountable under the same statute. As the justices weigh these arguments, the legal community and the public alike are watching closely. How will this interpretation of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act affect our understanding of what constitutes an obstruction of justice? And what could this mean for future prosecutions in similar cases? The court's ruling, expected by the end of June, will likely send ripples through the legal and political landscapes, reshaping how justice is pursued in the most politically sensitive cases. So how do you believe the Supreme Court's ruling might affect future prosecutions of political nature? Could this set a new legal precedent? And as the Supreme Court weighs these pivotal legal definitions, back at Capitol Hill, political strategies are unfolding that could shape our international commitments. In a pivotal move within the Capitol's corridors, House Speaker Mike Johnson has rolled out a bold strategy to navigate the politically charged waters of foreign aid, proposing not one but 4 separate bills. Each bill targets different geopolitical priorities. That is Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, and broader array of national security issues.
We just had a policy conference with all the House Republicans. We laid out the plan on how to finally address the supplemental situation. What we'll do is bring to the House floor independent measures. We won't be voting on the Senate supplemental.
This legislative maneuver is set against a backdrop of internal GOP disputes and mounting pressure from conservative factions demanding stringent border security measures alongside any aid packages, notably absent from Johnson's current plan. Johnson's approach, which he detailed in a closed-door GOP meeting, attempts to appease various party factions by allowing separate votes on each issue. This separation could, theoretically, enable lawmakers to support specific international commitments without endorsing a comprehensive package, as seen in the Senate's $95 billion foreign aid legislation. However, the plan has not been universally welcomed. Figures like Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene have voiced significant discontent, accusing Johnson of breaking promises related to linking foreign aid with border security enhancements. Greene's threats to challenge Johnson's leadership underscore the high stakes of this legislative strategy, reflecting deep divisions within the party on how to balance national security with domestic concerns. As Johnson promises a House rule ensuring lawmakers have 72 hours to review the bills, the timeline extends the House session and intensifies the debate. With the House in a delicate balance and hardline conservatives like Representative Bob Good criticizing the omission of border security measures, the upcoming votes on these bills are anything but guaranteed to pass smoothly. The response from Democrats remains cautious, with leaders like Representative Adam Smith expressing skepticism about the delays and the piecemeal approach, particularly as it relates to timely support for Ukraine. As the bills prepare to face their first procedural tests, all eyes are on whether Johnson can unify his party and push through his agenda, or if internal dissent will derail his carefully laid plans. This legislative saga not only tests the strength of Speaker Johnson's leadership, but also the GOP's ability to govern cohesively in a time of international crises and domestic challenges. So, with Speaker Johnson's new approach to foreign aid, do you think separating the bills will help or hinder the passage of these critical aid bills? And what might be the consequences of delaying aid to places like Ukraine? So to conclude, we've navigated through the courtroom battles, critical Supreme Court decisions, and strategic congressional maneuvers. And each story not only shapes immediate political landscapes, but also sets the stage for future governance. And what are your thoughts on these developments? Join the conversation below and share your perspectives, please. And thank you for tuning in to today's Roundup. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and look over here for other roundups for more in-depth analysis and essential updates. And stay tuned, stay informed, and connected with us as we explore this fascinating world's stories unfolding before us. And I will see you tomorrow.